What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Pitching Ninja's Filthiest Pitches of the Day. I am Pitching Ninja, and I'm here, as always, with Will Leahey, the changing diaper man.
That's right, Ninja. Changing diapers and changing the vibes because we just got back from the All-Star game, Ninja, and I had just a hell of a time. I know you did too. You can check out our video of Ninja interviewing just about all the best pitchers in the world here. And yeah, check it out. We just dropped this, some of our best work, if I do say so myself. But Ninja, now that we're back from the All-Star game, what are you looking forward to in the second half of the season?
Well, we should tell folks we almost didn't make it back because we had the worst cab driver in the history of cab drivers. And I ain't kidding. This was the worst cab driver I've ever had. So much so that I think he stole a cab and didn't know how to drive.
Yep, we almost got killed 4 or 5 times on the 6-minute ride back from the All-Star game.
It was going 20 and a 70 and stuff. Like, it was nuts.
We almost got T-boned. I eventually snapped at the guy. It's just, you never know what you're going to get when you're hanging out down in Texas way.
So again, I interrupted Will, but we're going to talk about what we're looking forward to in the second half because we're there right now. To me, the things that I'm looking for, one, I'm curious to see if Skenes can have as strong a second half for the full second half as he did the first half. I think he can. And does that get him in the Cy Young race? He's currently third in Cy Young odds behind Chris Sale and Zach Wheeler. And my favorite is Chris Sale for the NL Cy Young, but don't be surprised if Paul Skenes makes it a little bit of a race. And in the AL, I mean, it's basically Tarek Skubal's to lose right now. I'm curious to see if Corbin Burnes can take it up a notch. And I'm also interested to see if Skubal stays on the Tigers or if like Mason Miller gets moved as well. So we've got a lot of fun stuff to look forward to. Well, let's go into our whip around the league. I'm going to start out with Ryne Nelson, who had 9 Ks in 5 2/3 innings, giving up 1 run on 3 hits as the D-backs beat the Cubs 5-2. He had these heaters, 95 to 97 miles an hour. I thought his fastball looked really solid yesterday. And I love this overlay of his slider and elevated fastball. And you can see why, as a hitter, you'd give up on that slider. It looks just like that elevated heater out of the zone. He faced Justin Steele, who was a little shaky yesterday. He had 6 Ks in 4 2/3 innings, giving up 5 runs. This fastball at the knees, and these sliders, and picked up a sword. Aaron Nola faced Martin Perez as the Pirates beat the Phillies 8-7. The pitching wasn't so great this game. I'm going to skip it. And I don't like skipping Aaron Nola, but he really wasn't that good. Patrick Corbin had 6 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 1 run and no walks as the Nats beat the Reds 5-0. He had these sliders and cutter. He faced Frankie Montas, who was a little shaky, but got a sword on this slider. The Yankees dominated the Rays 6-1. Garrett Cole looked really good with 8 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 1 run. He had these heaters, sliders, and knuckle curves. And he outdueled Zach Eflin, who had 5 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 4 earned runs. He had 4 walks, a little shaky command by Eflin, but had a couple of good curveballs. The Tigers clawed past the Blue Jays 5-4. Jack Flaherty starts off his second half really good with 8 Ks in 5 2/3 innings, giving up 2 runs. And these knuckle curves and wicked sliders. He faced Chris Bassett, who had 6 Ks in 6 2/3 innings, but gave up 5 runs. He had this front door 2-seamer and cutter. The Marlins glided past the Mets 6-4. The starting pitchers this game only had a total of 2 Ks. Edward Cabrera had really shaky command, but only gave up 1 earned run and had this changeup. And Sean Manaea was shaky overall, gave up 5 runs and had this sweeper. The Guardians spanked the Padres 7-0. Matt Waldron pitched well, though. He had 5 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 1 run, no walks, which is really good for a knuckleballer. He had these filthy knuckleballs, obviously, and this one that got like an underwater swing here. I don't know if we're appealing this swing or we're just calling it a strike or whatever, but that's some filthy stuff from Waldron. He faced Tanner Bybee, who was good again with 3 Ks in 5 2/3 scoreless innings, giving up 2 hits and had these changeups. The Orioles soared past the Rangers 9-1. Corbin Burnes had 6 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 1 run on 2 hits. His ERA, 2.38. He had these cutters, 2-seamers, and dirty curveballs. And still, I don't think he's pitching that well. I keep saying this, but I know when Corbin Burnes pitches well, and he's about 85% of his best right now. He faced Nate Eovaldi, who was we'll skip him. Michael Wacha had 7 Ks and 7 scoreless innings, and he, of course, had his Waka Flocka changeups.
Of course.
The Royals easily won 7-0. The Rockies rocked the Giants 7-3. Kyle Harrison had 6 Ks and 5 scoreless innings, giving up 1 hit, had this slurve. He faced Cal Quantrill at 5 Ks and 6 innings, giving up 3 runs, and had this painted two-seamer. The A's offense dominated again yesterday, winning 13-3 over the Angels. Griffin Canning had this changeup, but wasn't great. Gave up 6 runs in 3 1/3 innings. He faced J.P. Sears, who didn't have sexy stuff. But he did have 4 Ks in 5 2/3 innings, giving up 2 earned runs. The Dodgers beat the Red Sox 4-1. I'm sorry, Will. But Nick Pivetta was really good. He had 8 Ks and 6 scoreless innings, giving up 2 hits. Hit these fastballs and sweepers. A little bit of a hanging sweeper, but got the job done, as well as this hammer curveball. He faced Gavin Stone, who had 3 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 1 run, and had this changeup and slider. And here's an overlay of his fastball and changeup. You can see why that combination is so dirty.
And Ninja, I come to you with a reluctant dong of the day here. It's off the bat of Freddie Freeman for his game-winning grand slam here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Just an absolute heart rip. Stealing the shine from the All-Star Game MVP, Jarren Duran, who had the go-ahead home run in the 5th. An epic moment, just completely squashed by Freeman's dong.
The Astros shot past the Mariners 3-0. Hunter Brown had 5 Ks and 6 scoreless innings. He really dominated this game with his heaters. And here's a curveball that was fouled off and an elevated fastball that got the swing and miss. And you can see why that would happen because of how well they were tunneled. He outdueled Luis Castillo, had 3 Ks in 7 innings, giving up 3 runs. Castillo had these nasty changeups. And here's an overlay of his fastball and changeup. See why that's filthy. Now onto my filthiest relievers. Brian Abreu had these wicked sliders. Jeff Hoffman had these sliders and fastball. Colin Holderman had these sweepers. Colin Snyder K'd the side and had this slider. And Alex Vesia had this changeup and a literal fuck you fastball as he walks off the field, dropping an F-bomb. I love fired up Vesia.
I love this kind of sportsmanship.
Absolutely. When you strike someone out, just tell them to go themselves. My top 5 filthiest pitches of the day yesterday. At number 5, let me give it to Ryne Nelson, just because overall he was really good, and this overlay was nasty. At number 4, Michael Wacha and his changeups. At number 3, Hayden Wesneski for getting a swing on the sweeper way off the plate. At number 2, Luis Guillorme had these beautiful slow balls, Bugs Bunny style, throwing 52 and 54 miles an hour. You go, Luis. And at number 1, I'm going to give it to Matt Waldron's Knuckleballs because I love Knuckleballs. Yes, I'm biased. Sue me. And now my pitching ninja moment of Zen. This is a sad Zen. This is 13-year-old Layla retrieving her last bat.
Jesus, Ninja.
My picks of the day today are a 4-leg same-game parlay plus. I'm going to start off with a same-game parlay of Taj Bradley for 6 Ks or more and Nestor Cortez for 5 Ks or more. And then add in Nick Lodolo for 6 Ks or more and top it off with Yusei Kikuchi for 5 Ks or more. And add in my 30% same-game parlay or same-game parlay plus profit boost to boost my profits by 30%. What would your picks of the day be?